Hello and welcome to Real United Talk post-match discussion of Manchester United's 1-0 win against West Bromwich Albion. A game, I think, as far as football goes, not a great spectacle for football. But I think it was a game that was full of incident, I suppose, is the proper idea. You're right. Dia says vital 3 points after international break by hook or by crook, job done. We took it the hard way, but at the end we triumphed. We united and we march on. Not that great performance, but vital 3 points. Yeah, Dia, I think tonight it was one of those games that 3 points is more than more needed than the performance, to be honest. Hi, Carly, you're right. Carly says trash. I got to say, I think United were very, very lucky. I'm getting absolutely sick of watching United score goals by penalties. It's not exciting to watch. It's boring. Hang on, just Mark's in here. Dia's in here. Here we go. Mark, you all right?
I'll do.
Dia's in as well. Hi, Dia, you all right?
Hello,
Hey,
mate.
Dia.
Hello, Mark.
I'll just finish off what I was saying, then I'll come to you two. Yeah, I'm getting just sick of seeing United score with penalties. I didn't expect. I thought United would dominate the game. I expected West Brom to cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd score, which happened.
Did you see that? Did you hear that statistic that the commentator said?
Which one?
I think it was something like in the last 127 games or something like that. We've had a penalty in 44 of those games. That's a third.
Yes,
one in every 3 games we've played.
Yes.
In the last 120 odd, we've had a penalty.
I
bet you most of those have been 1-0 wins as well.
They probably were, mate. Yeah, probably were. All like one.
I did say before the game as well, didn't I? I said it's probably going to be 1-0 this.
Yeah. Kylie says Martial played like the lobotomized walrus.
I bet you was gutted, wasn't you, dear? You had 2-0.
Yeah, I had
United
2-0.
Alex says was never in doubt after we went 1-0 up. Carly says referee was man of the match. Most of the penalties have been since VAR. I got to say, I honestly don't think that was a penalty for United. I really don't. I think the game tonight.
I think theirs was.
Yeah, I totally agree, Mark. I think theirs was. Bruno clashes with the shin.
Yeah.
Then takes the ball. Yeah, then takes the ball. And I think with our penalty that the guy's not looking at the ball. You know, his back's to him. His arms aren't out in an unnatural position.
That's no excuse about not looking at the ball.
But the arms aren't out though. I mean,
his arms weren't really out, were they? They were sort of tucked in a bit, weren't they? They weren't massively out.
I mean, Kylie says all 3 referee decisions were spot on.
The penalty retake, I shouted at the screen straight away. He's off his line. He's off his line.
Well, he was off his line for the second one as well.
Yeah, but it went in, didn't it? So they don't tell him to retake it then, do they?
You know, what are the rules? I totally agree with what Glenn Hoddle said in commentary. You know, the rules are so misleading and they're not clear as day to understand. And to fans and to players, you know, he mentioned that when you're growing up and you're wanting to get a life into football and that, and you're training as a defender,
you
train with your arms behind your back, yeah.
That's not really what he said. He said that's what they have to start doing. He didn't say that they do that.
It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. I mean, United Alex agrees with George. Hoddle was so against United. I mean, there was a bit of I wouldn't say it was animosity, but there was a bit of a tone in what Hoddle was saying that it come across as though he was being very negative to the way United were playing and stuff like that.
Oh, he always is.
Yeah, but I mean, Dear, what did you think of the game, mate? I know it's late there, dude. I didn't expect you on, to be honest.
Was it 2 in the morning?
Yeah, it's 2, exactly.
Yeah. Well, come on then, mate. What did you think then?
Yes, hello everyone in the comment as well in the live chat. So I think it's a match that we expect. We have much expectation to be better playing football, but after international duties, for me, it is an important, vital win today to have this after the international. It wasn't a great performance, but I think it's a vital 3 point. We had everyone played decent, not a great performance against a team like West Brom, who did not really come to attack us in the first half. They were more conservative. I think they wanted to draw something like that. But in the second half, they were real threat. But Matt ball the post, hit the post, and also that penalty. I think you were absolutely spot on this, Marcus. And we had in attack. I saw the game change when Cavani came on. Yes, he was rusty.
Definitely.
He was rusty about a bit, but I think he brings that presence with Telles. It changed a bit, but the football of United, it's more like aggressive. Like they are more trying to be more clinical. And I also like the ball from Marshall on that left. He has back his ability, so I think it does fit him to have Marshall on this left channel to operate. I think it's a perfect. This is the positivity I found, and the defense was quite good as well with Lindelof. But at time we were dodgy, but it was a good performance for me. It was so
fair enough. Mark, what did you think overall?
It was just poor. I mean, all last season and stuff, we were stuck at the same thing. We just couldn't break down teams like that. We can't break down the teams that sit back. Nothing's changed. We should have scored a few goals, to be honest.
Yeah.
Our Martial missed a couple of chances, and Rashford missed at least one as well. I mean, their goalkeeper pulled off some great saves. Johnson.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Ex-United graduate.
Yeah. That one towards the end, I bet you was shouting at the screen, wasn't you, dear, having 2-0, and they didn't tuck that one away at the end.
There was United. I mean, I don't know what it is with United after international breaks. They just seem very flat to me. Very flat. They don't have, they're not great. They're not bad. They're just enough to get over the line.
There's no like oomph, is there?
Yeah, I mean,
there's no attitude of a warrior, is there?
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't know if Pogba is injured. Is he really injured, or there's something you think about?
Apparently,
are you starting a conspiracy theory here, dear?
Apparently, it's aggravated knock, mate.
Do you think it's a conspiracy? There's nothing wrong with him.
United Alex says Martial's very poor. George says also Ollie needs to pick a more attacking side and formation against a crap side like West Brom. De Gea made the best save with his feet from point blank. Yes, that was from the left-hand side, wasn't it, in the first half? I thought that was a great save with his left foot.
Well, like you said before the game, Marcus, about having 2 holding midfielders. We should have gone for a more attacking stance.
Well,
really.
I noticed a change. I mean, Dia mentioned it just now. 62 minutes, Cavani comes on. He's playing Rashford on the right, Martial on the left. And then all of a sudden, United start to play. Granted, we were 1-0 up, but the spaces were there. It started to open the game. Having that one man come on, all right, he didn't do much. He had 2 opportunities, and both opportunities were blocked by the defence. But the movement Cavani makes in that amongst those 2 centre backs off the ball, it's like he never stops moving. He's always on the go. And do you know what? It's been a long, long time since I've seen a United out and out forward come back and defend.
Exactly, Marcus.
Do you know what? I noticed it today with Harry Kane when I watched Spurs and Man City, Harry Kane was all over the fucking place for Spurs today. He was in midfield, he was in defence, he was defending the corners off the line, he was everything. And Cavani, not as good as Harry Kane in that sense, but he was tracking back. He was tracking back and helping
Here's the thing,
out.
though. Do you think he could do that over 90 minutes, or do you think he just knows I've only got half an hour here, so I can just do what I want? Just keep going back.
I don't think he could do that for 90 minutes.
No, I think he's just not got the legs, has he?
Yeah. What did you make of Cavani's tracking back, dear?
Yeah, I really enjoy, but I was really surprised by this because of his age. But he has proved that he's bringing some leadership in that with Marshall, and I really appreciate that. But tracking, just like you said, I don't think he will be able to play like 90 minutes, but his presence is vital to our striker like Marshall and Rashford. His expertise, he's very tenacious. He has a physical presence, so if Telles now provide him with some assists, some cross, so I think he will deliver. But in terms of playing full match, this won't be possible with him. But he use an asset to his club right now. I never expect him to be able to deliver as such, but he's doing his bits. So I really appreciate it.
Well, in terms of the penalty that West Brom didn't get, Carly says Bruno got the ball pure and simple, like a hearsay song.
I will agree on that.
Chris has joined us as well. Hiya, Chris. He says, lucky win. We can thank that ridiculous handball rule for the assist today. I'm glad someone agrees with me. What is that fucking rule, man? What is that rule for the handball? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
I think it's just plain and simply, if it touches the hand, it's a penalty. I don't think there's any leeway in it, is there?
So it matters not whether you're facing the ball, looking at the ball, back to the ball. If it touches any part of the hand or arm, because Jesus got pulled up today when Man City scored, it hit his top of the chest first, then under his forearm, then he passed it back to Laporte across the box, and it goes in the net. But it got ruled out because that was deemed as handball, right? This guy...
Where was his hand, though? When he said it hits his forearm, was it right just...
down. Well, the thing is, he chested it down. It hit his right tip first, then underneath his arm, right? He passes it across to Laporte, and Laporte puts it in the net. But it's deemed, it's ruled out because it's handball. This guy here tonight has got his back to the ball, not even looking. Now, if you got your back to the ball, you ain't going to put your arms out like that. Yeah. So the obvious position is down your side, or as you're swinging, turn it round. I don't think that's a penalty. I really don't. And Kylie says here, it's basically your hand is in an unnatural position. But this is the argument with it. If you're running or if you're turning, you automatically use your arms. So I don't understand it, Mark. I think this.
No, I don't think it was unnatural. Yeah, it needs clarifying a lot because I think it's just a strict contact, isn't it? It's just if it touches it just doesn't seem to be whether it's natural position or not. It's just they're giving penalties just for any contact of the hand or the arm.
Kylie says here, by the letter of law, it's a pen, right? But Dia, I don't know if you saw in that first half, Martial, I wouldn't say he got dragged, but I can't remember who it was, had his hand on the back of his shirt in the penalty area, and he goes down.
That was when Martial went down.
Yeah, that's contact.
That was contact.
Yeah, that is contact, and yet that's not a penalty, right? Maguire, United were defending a corner in the first half, I think it was.
Yeah, Maguire pulled somebody's shirt, didn't he?
Was fucking on his back again, but that's not a penalty. Now, I don't understand this rule. I don't understand the VAR. I think the rules now have got so pathetic.
Controversy.
Yeah, go on.
I think you're right about it. There's a lot of controversies about it, so you don't know what to expect, what to happen with VAR now. It changed the football now. It's not the same. So when it with the emotion, with everything, it does it with the fans as well. When the fans will be back, hopefully, it is very controversial. Like I saw some penalty was not awarded, and it is absolutely shambles.
Like the commentator said, it's there to prevent clear and obvious mistakes. It's not there to get a decision right and make a decision right. That decision that they got overturned for their penalty wasn't a clear and obvious mistake. It was getting the letter of the law correct, I think. But it's the VAR is there to prevent clear and obvious mistakes, which that wasn't. It wasn't clear and obvious. It was a mistake by the letter of the law, but it wasn't a clear and obvious mistake. So the VAR is not doing its purpose. It's not fit for purpose at the minute. It's just getting it all wrong.
I think overall, I think overall the referee had a decent game, but I think that it's the law of these decisions that are making VAR and the referees, they're digging a hole for themselves, and they're not going to get out of it, because I don't even think the referees know what the fucking law is, to be honest.
No.
I mean, the FA are just saying, look, if it touches the arm from shoulder to fingertip, that's it, handball. No matter, no odds about it. That's it. That's the way we get out of this. A handball is a handball, no matter what. And yet, some of those fouls, they were a couple of tasty tackles in there tonight, and there was only one yellow card in that whole 94 minutes.
Is that all there was?
I see Bruno get a boot on the back of the calf. I saw
Cavani.
Yeah,
that was not really.
He didn't even touch him.
Rashford took a few hits in the shoulder. Like I said, they'd probably target him like that. I saw him getting hit a few times.
It was absolutely ludicrous. Some of those tackles that were flying in tonight were ludicrous, and there should have been at least 3, possibly 4 yellow cards in that game tonight. Kylie says no one had a good game today apart from Tellez. Let's talk about Tellez.
I was just about to say, what do you think of Tellez?
Yeah, he made
his
Prem debut then, Mark. I mean, what did you think of him?
He didn't live up to my expectations.
No? What were you expecting?
Well, I was expecting to get forward a lot more and on the overlap and put the ball in. And there were a couple of times where he was the furthest man forward. I'll give him that. But I don't think he put the ball in as much as I expected. I mean, he put a couple of good crosses in, but they weren't converted, were they? So that's not his fault, I suppose.
Carly said he carried our team to a win by himself. That was Ollie's instructions. Dear, what did you think of Tellez?
That's an exaggeration.
Yeah, mate. Tellez, I think he did not play a couple of games for United. He played against PSG, which I really think he was really good against PSG. But I think with time, with matches with him, he will be performing to his ability. Today was not, but he was not that like Mark said. He was not really living the expectation. But what I thought about Tellez is that he was pretty solid. He was trying to make an effort, and I appreciate that ball where Fernandes left a corner and he tried to shoot. So it's bringing something new to United game. So I think he will get back to it, and he will definitely deliver for United.
Yeah, I liked his positioning in the defence though, because he didn't get caught out of position that I saw.
Exactly, yeah.
Luke Shaw gets caught out of position. A lot of other people have to cover for him. Like in the last game, Fred covered for him so many times, and he didn't have to do that today, Fred, really, for Tellez.
I think with Tellez, he's more composed. He has that know-how. He's really more technical. I think he's a better left back than Luke Shaw.
He's got a better footballing brain, I think.
Exactly.
Nighthawk says, hello, heard you've been talking about me. Have we?
Hello from the other side.
Chris says, the problem is your arm isn't stuck to your side as you move. Your arms gave to move. It was totally unintentional. I totally agree with Chris. I really do. I think without that goal, right, I honestly believe West Brom would go on to win that match. I really do, because without that goal, it's still 0-0. United press and press with no goal coming at all. And as soon as Bilic made 2 changes with that Robson Carnu and that other lad who come on with his first touch hit the bar, can I remember? You can do, mate, if you want. Yeah, I think United go on to lose that. They looked really, really laboured. They looked really, I don't want to say tired, but they just didn't look fit. I think a couple of those players looked uninterested. Martial, for one.
It's like the Everton game was a blip.
Yeah. And
the good performance we played against Everton, that was the anomaly. That's the blip. We've been poor all season, and we just had one good game. Obviously, I mean the Premier League and the Champions League, we've had a couple of good ones, but especially at home.
Well, Chris says exactly. The law is a joke. Leave it as it was. If it's intentional, it's a pen. If it's not, then play on. Yeah. If it ain't broke, that's the saying. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I thought, everyone understood the handball rule. Even last season, everyone knew what the handball rule was.
Sounds weird, this doesn't it? That we're arguing. We got awarded a penalty, and we're arguing against it.
Yeah.
We're so spoiled, aren't we? We're spoiled.
Ardy says, "Hi guys, how you doing, Ardy?"
You're right.
James Otter says, "Opinions on Tellez getting injured after the game." Oh, I've not seen that.
What's he done? Slipped on a banana peel?
He could have been, yeah. I mean, we got Champions League Tuesday, right? I honestly, that's a foregone conclusion. I think we win that hands down without a problem.
That depends how many men we put forward on the corners, doesn't it?
I don't think, mate. I mean, you look at our team. It was really weird tonight. This is going to sound really stupid, but I think we had too many left footers in that team tonight playing out of position. We had Matic, left footer, Fred, left footer, Mata, left footer. 3 players there in midfield, naturally left footed. Fred's not a CDM. Mata's not a winger. That's 2 players there with natural left foots out of position. And I thought that was a problem. There was a time I saw in that first half, Bruno, Mata, Rashford, Tellez, and Fred, right, all 5 of them out on that left-hand side.
We saw Mata go out there Matic go out there a couple of times.
Yeah, and I think it was. I think it's a bit of a problem because they're not able. Being a left footer out on that left-hand side, they're so used to wanting to cut in on the right, they can't do it out there. But they're coming over there to see the ball.
We've been left-hand sided heavy for quite a while, haven't we? Obviously, we've got no right winger. So a lot of our players come down the left. That's how PSG nullified us last year, didn't they? At home by cutting off that supply on our left-hand side with Pogba and was it Martial on the left or was it Rashford? I can't remember. But yeah, they stopped us playing down that side and just kept us out of the game completely. And if other teams clock onto that we play too many of our balls are all down that left-hand side. Too much of our players down that side because we've got no natural right wingers.
Right, Dia, you got a fan here in the chat. Ardy, he says, "Dia, let me hear your voice." So do you want to say something special for him? Yeah.
Hello, Ardy.
Attitude of a warrior.
Attitude of a warrior, mate. Welcome to the show.
There we go. Right, and here we go. And here's your mate as well, Camu. Camu's in.
Camu's in the house.
He says, "Oh, for Christ's sake,
hey.
You won against EFL Championship team." Well, Dia, don't take that, mate. Come on.
Oh, it's all right. He's going to be crying tomorrow when he gets beat.
Yeah.
Is Liverpool playing?
They got Leicester, I think. Tomorrow.
Leicester, isn't it? Jamie Vardy's going to tear them up.
Yeah, exactly. Clearly see what's happening.
Carly says Mata should not be starting every game like Ollie has him doing. He's older than Gandalf's dad.
I think today Mata exposed Bissaka at times because he had to track back Mata for Bissaka. So it was quite a week for Bissaka because at time he had to go.
It was just such a strange game for me. formation went out the window halfway through the first half.
What was the starting formation? I missed the first 10 minutes of it. I couldn't quite figure it out. Did we have a diamond or did we play the 4-2-1-3?
No, it was the 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's how
so Mata
BT had it
Mata was on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mata was right. Bruno was central. Rashford was left. Dear, you need to buy a chair, says Hardy.
I will buy one. Good.
Camus says, I thought you wouldn't smash them 3-0, but it's 1. Still 1, mate. Still 1. Final thoughts then. Let's go. Mark, who do you think man of the match?
I'll go with Kylie, the ref.
Yeah? This is a good one.
If you have to choose one, I'll go with Bruno.
Kylie says starting formation for us was BUS. That's a good one, George. Well done. You're going with the ref, yeah? I mean, come on, you got to pick.
I'd go with Bruno. He put some fantastic balls through in that first half. He was the only real playmaker I thought that was doing anything. Mata tried a bit as well, but Bruno for me.
James Atta says De Gea man of the match. I've got to say that's a good shout. Hardy says it as well.
He only did one good save, didn't he? Yeah, it was good, but
it needed saving, mate.
Johnson looked twice the keeper than him.
Yeah, Kylie says Tellez. Dia, man of the match for you?
Yeah, I go straight with Bruno Fernandes. He scored the winning goal. He was making some beautiful passes in the first half and even in the second half. So he kept his cool to score it again, I think, the penalty. So
do you think he's been found out?
Yeah, I think.
You think he's been found out with his penalty techniques now? Because what's that, the third one he's got saved?
That's his second, mate.
Second one.
Second one. Yeah, I think with time, but he's looking for new way, I think, because he knows what everyone is getting to know about his penalty kick. But for me, my man of the match is Bruno Fernandes. Though I think that he lacked that experience. We need someone with more experience in that midfield. He's young. But I think today is my Bruno Fernandes man of the match.
Camus says the man of the match for him was some random guy streaming the match on his phone in the crowd, and then Kylie put, "Did I look handsome?"
Thank you, Audie. Thank you, mate.
Audie says, "Dear, you look very handsome today." Do you know this Audie, dear?
No, I don't know.
No? Okay, all right. So you don't know if it's male or female? Then?
I don't know.
All right. I hope it's female for your sake, mate.
I hope, mate.
Laurel and Hardy. My man of the match, do you know, I think Lindelof had a good game. I thought Lindelof had a good game. Pretty solid. I thought Tellez, again, had a great game. So I'm probably going to say Tellez for me. My man of the match. I don't think he did anything wrong at all. Put a couple of good, decent balls into the box. Just a shame that no one was there. So yeah, for me, I'm going to say Tellez. But you two reckon Bruno, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple there that said. Kylie says Lindelof was good to me. He was good, wasn't he? I thought he was pretty solid.
He's fairly solid. Yeah, he's solid. Yeah.
For me, Lindelof is outshining Maguire these last few games.
Yeah.
Seems
he's
that
also
way.
making some. He's going forward and he's making moves. He's passing. He's more composed and relaxed than Harry Maguire, I think.
I wonder if he's got a new coach or something, because he has changed. He's stepped up his game, hasn't he, recently?
Yeah.
And people might say it's because Twansebe's coming through, but Twansebe's been coming through for a while, so might have a new coach or something.
I really don't think that it's because Twansebe. I think he's stepping.
Chris says 2 CDMs against the worst team in the league is cowardly. Ollie needs to grow a pair, sack and hire coaches that will improve us attacking wise. Do you know what? What the fuck is the point of having 4 people involved with the first hit. Why have you got Ollie, Phelan, Carrick,
McKenna,
and McKenna out there, right? 4 different people input here. All you need is Ollie and fucking Phelan out there. That's the manager and that's the assistant manager, right? Or assistant coach, whatever they call it these days. You don't need the other 2. You don't
too many
need
cooks,
the other
isn't it? Too many cooks.
Camu says, Marcus, your name sounds like a Man U player. Is right at the top of my tongue. Snaps fingers. Oh, got it. Marcus Runny Rashford. What's runny about him? What's the matter with this lad, dear? You know him.
Is he not past his bedtime?
Mate, he's all right now.
He's 10 years old.
I see this lad on his.
He's 10, yeah.
Stream. He's 10.
I've got school in the morning, Camu. But it's Sunday tomorrow, isn't it?
He's always. I'll speak to him on your stream, dear. He's all right.
Yeah, you have a laugh with him, don't you?
Chris says we have zero plan when a team low blocks and we can't counter any situations. It's freestyle and hope for the best and rely on individual brilliant, usually from Fernandez. Yeah. I think this is.
That's what I said earlier, isn't it? We for the past few years we've just been completely unable to break down these low blocks. Can't do it.
Yeah.
It's just passing and getting nowhere at all.
Dear, there's a question for you here, mate. Ardy says, what's your favourite mattress brand?
You're popular today, aren't you?
He is, yeah, he's very popular.
Tight.
I don't like where that's going, mate. I think that's too much information, that would be.
Hey, I'm the chairman of the Deer fan club, so get in line.
Carly says if Carmu is a Liverpool fan, it's probably sunstroke from coming out of his cave last summer. Camus says Tottenham Hotspur trophy cabinet null and void, and Carly says Ardy thinks this is only fans. Oh, like fans only chat. Yeah, you got to pay for that, you know. Right, boys, let's wrap it up there. Done half hour. I have things to do, coffee to make. So thank you for coming on, Mark and Dia. Really appreciate it. Yeah, all right.
Don't forget to share, like, subscribe.
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed it. A couple of new names I've seen tonight. So yeah, hope you get involved, and we shall see you Tuesday.
Who have we got next week, by the way?
I don't know, mate, to be honest. Let's have a look. I know it's obviously the Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League on Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah. Saturday. Right, I can tell you now, we're not playing Saturday.
Really?
Yeah. So we'll be playing Sunday, but I can't tell you who against because the Sky Sports app only does it a week in advance.
Oh, I've got the Man United website up here.
Kylie seems to think could be Southampton.
It is Southampton. That's right.
Southampton, yeah. Have you got a time there, Mark, or not?
It is on Sunday.
Yeah. Would it be at 4 o'clock?
No, it's at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Okay, so it's possibly a BT job then.
No, they're all Sky on a Sunday, aren't they?
Are they?
Oh, it does say Sky Sports actually as well.
Mate, I'll lose track of who's got the rights to everything here. Ardy says he subscribed. Cheers, Ardy. Thank you. Alfred Rayner says Martial annoys my life. You're not the only one, mate.
Well, if anybody wants to get the score predictions in for the Southampton game, just join our Predictor League. It's a bit of fun. Just get your DMs into at the report card 20 with your score prediction, and I'll add you onto the Predictor League. Like I say, it's just a bit of fun that we do every week, just for Premier League games.
Chris says Bruno is our only creator. Totally agree. And we'll finish with this one from Carmu, who says, "What's your prediction on Liverpool-Leicester?" I think. It's
3-0 to Leicester.
I think Leicester win that, mate. I think because Liverpool's defence is absolutely fucked.
Wow.
I think Leicester win, and I think Jamie Vardy's going to tear it apart tomorrow.
Liverpool's just going to have to go back to what they did last year and the year before. Not last year, but the year before that, when they had shit defence, just outscore them. just keep going forward, and that's just going to leave them exposed. And the likes of Jamie Vardy will tear them apart. So, yeah, I think it's going to be at least 3-0.
Dear, Ardy says, look after Dear for me. All right. Kai says you can't go wrong with Total Sport Tech Marcus. It does all the games. I've got the BT and Sky, George, but obviously if I can't watch on there, then yeah, I'd go to there. Right, cheers for coming on then, lads. Thanks for everyone in the comments. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had some fun, and see you Tuesday. Bye.
All right, see you later, guys.
Cheers all. Take care.